Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.
How was your business trip?
Great. They wined and dined us all week.
Thank you very much for your dinner.
Thank you for your coming.
My wife is expecting me at home. I must be off now. So long.
So long.
Why are there still so many people overweight despite the current fitness craze?
Well, there are certain factors that affect people's size and weight.
What are they?
One study said that low-income groups have a higher percentage of overweight people than higher-income families.
Why?
The survey said that the low-income groups eat more junk food on a daily basis.
That makes sense. Probably less time to make dinner and the junk food is cheaper.
And junk food contains lots of fat and oil. There is one final reason why so many people are fat.
What's that?
Nobody exercises anymore, not even kids. The average American home has the TV on for 6 hours a day.
Wow. No wonder people are so fat. Say, Carl, looks like you could be doing a bit more exercising.
Yeah, I guess so.
You should consider eating healthier food and getting some more exercise.
Hey, I started a diet and lost 10 pounds.
So what happened?
Well, I quit and gained it back plus 5 pounds.
You should have kept trying.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sit down, please. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well too. Thank you very much. Isn't it a lovely day?
Yes, it's beautiful, but it's also very hot.
Yes.
What's the weather like in your country?
It's quite warm now.
Where do you live?
In London. Where do you live?
Here, near this school. I'd love to have my own farm.
It would be very hard work. Are you sure?
I wouldn't mind getting up early morning, and the physical work would make me fit and healthy.
Running a farm would be totally different to your current job.
That's one reason I'd like to try it. I'd really like to get away from working 9 to 5 in an office.
You'd need a lot of training before becoming a farmer. It's not something you can just walk into.
My uncle owns a farm and I've spent some time working with him. I love being in the countryside with farm animals and green fields.
Well, I'd certainly come and visit you. It would be great to take a working holiday on a farm. I'd love to get away from hustle and bustle of the city for a while.
It's hard to get tickets for the movie.
Did you get any?
Yeah, 2 at the 10th rows.
How much is the ticket?
$3.50 each. How do you arrange this summer vacation?
I want to travel.
Where would you like to go?
The seaside.
That's really a good idea. Taking a walk on the beach and lying in the sun are pretty good. I recommend you Qingdao or Dalian.
I've been to Qingdao before, so I'll choose Dalian. I've heard that the environment there is very good.
Yes, that's a good place to spend a holiday. Last year I went there. It's really.
Thank you.
Are you a wrestler or a boxer?
No. Why?
Your muscular shoulders and chest impress me so.
Oh, really? I go to the Rai every day.
I believe we've met before. My name's David.
Yes, at your company, I think. I'm Frank.
Oh, I remember now. Very nice to meet you again.
Nice meeting you, too.
Have you ever thought about having children, Caitlin?
My husband and I have thought about it, but we've decided not to have any. They're just too expensive. Besides, with all the news about global warming on the news lately, who knows what kind of whirl?
Well, I've always wanted to have lots of children. Growing up with only one brother, I always felt a bit lonely. What do you think about families with only one child?
For me, growing up in a big family always made me yearn for attention. I always wanted to be an only child so that I could always do what I wanted and so that I wouldn't ever have to share.
Don't you think you would miss having other people around?
No way. I spent 20 years of my life with relatives around me 24/7. You know, I don't think I've ever actually spent any time by myself in my parents' home. What do you think for the one-child policy?
If China didn't have such a policy, can you imagine how many people there would be in China now?
That's true. But as a woman, I'm glad that even though I don't want any children, I at least have a choice in how many children I have. On the other hand, I can't imagine what China would be like.
Do you think most families with many children envy or feel sorry for other families with only one child?
I don't know what other people think, but I, for one, envy only children. Hey, let's go to the night market after work tonight.
That's a good idea. I haven't been in a while and I need to get a new backpack. The old one is hanging on by a thread.
That reminds me I should buy some new socks to go hiking this weekend. I'm more worried about snipers.
Snipers?
Sniping is when someone makes a bid at the very last minute to steal something for a bargain price.
So you're afraid someone is going to snipe your Buddha?
I heard about a software program called Turbid. It automatically submits a bid with just a few seconds to go in an auction.
Count me out. I can do without shills and snipers and turbo bidders.
Sandy, do you have a minute?
Yes, John. I'm on my break. What's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to see how you were. How's married life treating you?
Great, except for my mother-in-law. Sometimes I think I married her instead of my husband. How about you?
If you want to keep healthy, you must give up smoking. It's extremely bad for your health, you know.
I know it's not good for me, but the problem is I just can't help it.
Well, I've got an idea. Put the label cancer sticks on each pack of cigarettes, and read it before you smoke. It may give you a feeling to reduce it.
I'll try.
Mike, what's going on, man? Long time no see.
Hey, Pat, yeah, I haven't seen you in ages. How is going?
Things doing great. It's funny running into you like this. Smell well. Just last week I ran into Matt as well.
Yeah? How's he doing?
He's doing well. We went out for a couple of beers and the funniest thing happened.
Oh yeah?
Well, we were talking and catching up on what we've been doing, talking about work and family, when all of a sudden, Matt saw a mouse run under his chair and he completely lost it. He started freaking out and screaming.
Ha ha, really?
Yeah, and the funniest thing was that he jumped onto his chair and started shrieking like a girl. You had to be there. Everyone was staring and laughing. It was hilarious.
Which team do you think will emerge with the last laugh in this World Cup?
I wish it could be Germany. But it seems they are not in a very good conditions.
No, they aren't. They had a hard time in the group stage and only sealed a sit in the eighth finals with Wallach's header in the final 3 minutes. Just think, Group A consists of Austria, China, and Saudi Arabia, all of which are minnows.
It seems they've been out of luck since the beginning of the event. Their shots hit the woodwork as many as 6 times. Oh, my goodness. I'm afraid the team is under a spell.
Well, at least the Germans have demonstrated a very good ability to control the midfield. They recorded a total of 62 tackles in the match against Austria. And they to be endowed with perfect positional sense. I think that will give rise to scoring chances sooner or later.
I agree. Even though German attackers are not good at dribbling past opposing defenders, they breach the defensive line through quick movements to the right attacking positions and through accurate, well-timed passes.
That's why I still have very high hopes for the team. Now that the tournament has proceeded into the knockout stage, the Germans will probably make it through to the finals.
Yes. They have a good reputation for their tenacity and discipline, especially in vital, decisive encounters.
What are you doing?
I'm just looking at this map of the world. I'm preparing for a geography class.
There are no countries marked on the map.
No, there aren't. This map just shows the geographical features. Look at the Himalayan plateau with the highest peaks in the world.
The thing that I find most surprising is that most of the world is covered with water. Compared to the oceans, most countries are tiny.
I find it incredible how millions of years of volcanic activity have created mountains thousands of meters tall.
Rivers have created deep valleys and canyons like the Grand Canyon.
The oceans and landscapes all influence our climate.
It's all so interesting. I'll have to find more information about it on the internet. Or perhaps I should try and attend your geography class. How do you do?
How do you do?
My name is Jane Greenwood. Glad to meet you.
I'm Mary Smith. Nice to meet you, too.
We still have one more day to go before we return home. What will we see tomorrow?
No idea. We've enjoyed both the natural scenery and the city sights. What else is there to see?
What about a factory tour?
You mean visit a factory?
Yes. I heard there's a Lager Motor Company nearby which open to the public every weekend. We can go to see how a car is manufactured and learn more about the automobile industry.
Good idea. I've always been interested in that. How much is the entrance fee?
I'm not sure, but as far as I know, most factory tours are free. They are sponsored by the company providing the tour.
Really? What do the companies do that for?
I believe most of them think of it as good public relations. They can promote their product and make their company better known.
Oh, I see. So factory tours are good for companies as well as visitors.
Exactly.
Do we need an appointment beforehand?
I'll call the Tourist Information Center to check.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.